Hi, friends. It's me, Stacy Royal with royalgemsandminerals.com and Crystal Ascension on Facebook. And Laura Lee Lotto is joining us live tonight.
Hello. Thank you for having me again, having me back. This is number 2. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, me too. And as people hop on, we have to say we're sorry we're late. Some
Yes,
technological issues we were having.
but it's okay
Yes,
because we're
we're
gonna
here
we're gonna
now.
go ahead and do it. We're gonna blame Mercury.
That's right. Hi, Trudy. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. And someone else said
Hello,
hi, but I can't
hello.
see their name.
Yeah, Facebook user. Hello, Facebook user.
Yes. And
Yeah,
it says
welcome.
Facebook user because they're in the private group and I don't have permission to see their name. So
Gotcha.
I will
Gotcha.
go
Well,
see who
welcome.
it is.
We are talking about some astrology and crystals tonight. We're blending the subjects again, and we had so much fun the last full moon that I was like, "Hey, can we do it again?" I like it. It's fun.
It's Jennifer. Thank you. On Facebook. I'm
Hi,
going to post a
Jennifer.
link for you, Jennifer, so you can show us your name on StreamYard.
Hi, Heather. So yeah, we're actually having I actually just looked this up. The full moon is exact in Cancer. Today
Right?
at
In like 15 minutes,
7:32,
right?
yeah, 7:32 p.m. Eastern time. So, yeah, that's
Yeah,
6:32
awesome.
our time. Yep. So in 15 minutes, well, 16, 17 minutes ish, it'll be full moon time while we're live. That's so fun. We hit it.
I
Yes.
know, right on time. The universal line for some things, right?
Some things.
Hi,
That's cool.
Heather. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you. Hi, Shannon.
Look at everybody rolling in. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Lori. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas with your families yesterday. It is better, Jennifer. We can see your name now. I'm going to reply to Lori so we can see her name too. If you're new or just hopping on, we'd love for you to say hi and tell us where you're watching from. Laura and I are both in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'd like to see where everyone's from. I love my Venus, what I love and value is in Aquarius, which rules technology and people from afar, and I love being connected with so much energy around the globe, right? It's just phenomenal.
Yes.
Oh, Tassin's here. Hi, Tassin. Nice to have you.
Oh,
Tassin's
hi, Tassin.
Oh, Ivy. Hello, Ivy. So nice to see you all. So exciting. Oh, this is
Hi, Anna.
such a fun energy already. I can feel it.
Hi, Serena. You're welcome for the card. Hi, Opal and Violet. Nice to see you. Hope you had a fun
Miss.
Christmas.
We got some Massachusetts in the house with Renee.
Nice.
Awesome.
Welcome.
So as people are coming on in, I would like to tell everybody that tonight, with this full moon in Cancer, it's really nurturing and compassionate and really healing and nourishing to all the things we need to do, right? All of the healing we've come to earth to do. This full moon really resonates with that kind of vibe. And where that is in my house, in my chart, in my signs, is to be in the area of life of showing up in a big way as who I am. I have it in my first house and then partly in my second house, which is how I build my foundation and my finances. And I felt very compelled right before this to give away a free reading tonight to anybody who uses the link Stacy posted to join the Cosmic Mama Collective, which is a online community space that I've created to help you learn to reparent yourself and help you be a better mama and help you be a better grandmama wherever you are in your situation, and come together to learn about all things woo, including astrology and crystals and metaphysical healing on a variety of levels, and with all of the other cosmic collaborators we have in there, and have ongoing meetings, educational sessions, and support group. So this is a collective that I felt very called to create, and I'm for anyone who joins it tonight with the link, you get a free reading with me and one-on-one another time. So I'm going to be letting you know a little bit about that as we go along tonight. But I'm so excited to offer that. I felt really compelled to help nourish other people and help them heal by giving away readings tonight. So there's no limit to the amount of readings I will give away. If you join, if there's 20 of you joining, I'm giving away 20 readings. So like help us
Oh,
grow
that's
our
such a beautiful
collective.
gift.
Right? Like I'm so
Yeah.
about that. It feels very like aligned to do that, and you help me grow this collective and this membership space of love and safety and compassion and healing, and I will reward you with the honor of learning about yourself and learning about your purpose. So, yeah.
Yes.
it's-
So,
I'm
Alyssa, the
excited about that.
link is on the banner on the bottom. I can post it also for you as well. Oh, look, the husband posted it for us. Thank you,
Yay,
husband.
husband. Right? Thank you,
So, man, we missed a
Tassin.
lot of people hopped on.
I know. Look at everybody.
Yay. Welcome, everyone. Let's see. Eileen is here. Marcy's in Florida. And we have Lynn on in Canada. Nice to see you.
Canada. Nice.
Renee, how can you invite a friend to the live? I'll reply to you so that we can get you a link. Oops, let me see. That's not what I wanted. Hold on a second. We'll figure it out. I'll get you a link.
Nice.
We have Rose in New Jersey. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you. Hi, Alyssa. Claudia. Delphina, welcome. Thank you, Ivy. I'm glad you let me know that. We'll see if the husband can fix that too.
No way, we got Australia in the house and Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so exciting. This just gets me so excited.
Hi, Esty. Hi, Colleen. Nice to see you. Another Canadian. Awesome.
So
Lori,
fun.
I can see your name now, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see your name. So that's good.
I'm gonna dive in. Stacy, does that work for you, or do you want to
Yeah,
say
sounds
anything?
great. And if you have questions about any crystals that are showing, you can comment on them while Laura's talking, and I'll just be typing my reply. That way we can listen and enjoy Laura's insight on the moon.
Yeah, and just I throw in just general astrology info. So if you guys have any questions or anything, throw them in the chat. If I can answer them now, I will. If you want to talk privately, I'll take notes and we'll connect that way. So what my job is I'm an astrological health coach intuitive, and that's a made up thing, right? I get that. But there was no job title for me. So I've been a health coach for a decade, and what I was doing is health coaching with nutrition and essential oils and energy work. But then I was also doing astrology like covertly under like it was in the closet, right? And about a year and a half, 2 years ago now, I came out of the closet as a full-time astrologer who helps people with their health, emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, all of it. And I use your birth chart to really help utilize your innate talents, your energy, to really recognize where your gifts are, where your hard life lessons are, right? And to explain how that would affect your health, how that would affect your stress levels and all of that. And I like to be able to help people understand themselves and feel validated, and then give tools to take action. And one of the tools that I love utilizing is crystals. And Stacy and I got hooked up. We connected through our homeschool group, and we both are crazy and have 5 children each among us. It's really fun when we get together, isn't it, Stacy?
It is so fun and wild and crazy.
We usually get maybe a sentence out between the two of us before we get interrupted, and then we try to like shoo them away, and then we try to get a few more sentences in. It's really entertaining. But we love to talk metaphysical healing. We love to talk crystals. We love to talk intuition. And these are some of the ways I have found some of the most profound healing. And combining them together with your understanding of how the planetary energies work, how plant energy works with essential oils or nutrition, and then how the earth energy works, which are crystals, right? Tonight I'm rocking some sodalite. I know, Stacey, you just put a meme on, didn't you? It was a Christmas meme. And it was like, the weather outside's frightful.
Yes.
But yeah,
gotta
but
have
the
some
fire
fun.
was so delightful. And I thought that was just
Yes.
the cutest meme I've ever
There must
seen.
be a
And I
soda
know
light out tonight too.
yeah, you've got some
But yes, so
soda
delightful.
light,
We
which
try to
is
have fun while we learn and enjoy all of this stuff.
and now every time I sing that song forever and ever, I will think of the crystal now.
Awesome.
And I love that so much. Thank you for that. That makes me so happy.
Yes.
But I love to
Lori, I
help
love
people.
your viewpoint. You said we should all create our own titles because none of us do the same thing. That's right. I like that.
You have to. You have to. You gotta recognize that. So, oh, Jessica, the link is coming up as an error for her for the affiliate link. Stacy,
The
your
link is coming up for an error. All right, we'll have to look at it, Jessica. Thank you. Same for Colleen. All right.
We'll get the technical details handled in a moment.
Yes.
So with the full moon tonight happening in just under 10 minutes now, what we're really looking to do is utilize the moon's energy within our cells, right? Because we know we're very liquidy and we know that the moon affects liquids. So we're going to utilize that lunar energy to help clear our cells. Like this is a thing. It's actually legit. This is why if you work at elderly homes or which I've worked at for many years, or you have small children, which I have for many years, or animals, you will see patterns. Whether you're paying attention to the moon or not, you'll see the patterns emerge and you'll go, oh. And then sometimes, depending on where the moon is, the energy is really strong. And this one happens to be a really strong one because the moon is in its natural home, which is the sign of Cancer. Stacy, you want to go over to the crystals that you have up for the sign of Cancer?
Yes, I will. So tonight it's moonstone is for Cancer, and moonstone is also really good for all signs, especially during full moons and new moons, because it really connects you deeply with the energy of the moon and helps you to feel its flow and feel its different energies. So moonstone is actually for really supporting the Cancer sign tonight.
Nice. I love that. It was really pretty. I love that heart. That's really nice. I'm just looking at them all. I don't think I have any moonstone.
You don't have any? Oh, I need to bring you a piece. This moonstone here was found in Wisconsin. This is Wisconsin moonstone with that gorgeous blue flash.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Yeah, you need to go moonstone hunting with us in the spring.
For sure. Yeah, we got to bring the crazies out and let them be free and in the wild.
Yeah.
So Cancer is the sign of the mother. That is the representation of the mother energy. And people who have a lot of Cancer energy in their chart, that means they have prominent placements or they have a lot of planets in that sign, they will naturally be the mother of the group, whether they're in the office and they're the office caretaker and people come to them with their problems and cry to them, or they are just generally like the mother hen, right? Making sure everybody's fed. If they're out at the club with their friends, they're making sure everyone's drinking water, right? Making sure everyone's got a car ride home. Cancer energy is so, so sweet. and nourishing and wants to make sure everybody's emotionally taken care of. It's that mother, like I always think of Cancer energy of like, come here to my boobies, honey, right? Like come lay on my boobies. I always like think of that grandma as like smushes the kid's face into her chest when she's loving on him, right? That's that energy. And if you think about it, the sign of Cancer kind of looks like a pair of boobies. So, you know. And you got your Tata tumbles, don't you, Stacy? We've got the Tata tumbles that you can
Yes, the
put.
Tata tumbles are so nice because you can wear them really close to you, especially your heart space and everything. And they're just on you. And keeping the crystals in your aura like that just help them work longer and harder for you because they're in your energy field.
I love putting crystals in my bra. It's my favorite thing.
Right?
And then when I go to nurse, then they fall out, and I'm like, oh, they're there. Right.
I
It's like
dropped my crystal on the floor.
it's a fun little surprise. How many other people put crystals in their boobies? Anyone else? Come on. Let us know
Right.
in the comments.
I do have Tata tumble sets. They come for 22. Let me see if I have any handy. And I package them up so they're cute that you can gift them as well. But I'll show you our Tata tumbles.
Yeah, Lori, you've been a mother your whole life. That isn't that the thing? That's just the energy you resonate with.
So they're thin and all smooth, so you're not going to get scratched up at all. And I have different stones. They come 4 in a set for 22. Yes, the Tata tumbles. Thank you, Tassin. Our friend Jade actually came up with the name for the Tata tumbles.
Isn't that fun? She's good at naming stuff.
So if
Yes,
you'd like
you
a
said
set
you
of
were in.
Tata tumbles, all you'd have to do is let me know, and I will intuitively choose 4 crystals for you and set them aside. And if you're new here, when we're not live with Laura, we just do live sales. And if you want to claim anything or ask questions about the crystals that you see, please do so. And you just have to let me know sold and describe the item or give me the price, and I'll set it aside for you. And then all I need is your email address at the end of the live.
Perfect. And when
Yay.
Stacy packages stuff and sends it, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. She's
Aw.
ridiculous, you guys. Seriously, she makes it all cutesy and it's adorable. You just, if you
And you
haven't
get
ordered
the
from her,
crystal card too for the information, so you'll know what each crystal does.
I love it. Look at all these ladies putting the crystals in the boobies. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, Linda, you said you are Cancer and an empath. Yes. So thank you for bringing that up because this is the full moon where we really embrace the most empathic energy. So this is the time when we really can tune into our needs, tune into what we need to let go of, tune into the energy of release, specifically around the nourishing and healing things we have to do. What were we taught from our mother that didn't serve us or isn't serving us that we need to release? Maybe mom was a little bit overgiving and we need to set some healthier boundaries. Maybe mom was cold and we need to be softer and warmer, right? What messages did mom send that we can honor and thank her for? With the sun in Capricorn, we can be mature and recognize the maturity, and we can emotionally release. What is your suggestion of releasing or holding space for the moon if your emotions are running so high and it's borderline too much? I don't think it's too much. I think you just feel like it's too much. This question feels very much like you're at the precipice of birth, right? Where you're like, I can't do it anymore. And then, well, the midwife is like, actually, yay, you're about to do it, right? Like, I don't think your emotions are too much. I think it's just that big of a release that is needing to take place, that big of a energy, right? So having compassion for the muchness that you're feeling. Would your mama, if you were mama, being mama to your little self, your younger self, say that these emotions are too much if you're having a tantrum on the floor? No. ideally, if they're mature, they would hold space and let you just have your tantrum and then say, "Are you done? Okay, come on. Let's talk about this. Let's hug," right? I just did this with my toddler like 2 hours ago. Not even joking. Literally was like waiting for her to stop screaming. And then I'm like, okay, okay, come here. So it's just that it feels too much sometimes, right? So it is the full moon actually right now. So if we could just all take a collective deep breath, close your eyes, fill your body, and release. Just feel that connection with Mother Earth and the sun resonating in Cancer and Capricorn, the masculine patriarchal Capricorn, and the moon in the mother nurturing compassionate Cancer. Take a deep breath in again. That was fun. Thank you.
That was so nice. That
I
felt
don't often
good.
like hit the full moon at the
I
full moon.
know,
Usually I'm like, ah, it's around this time, but today I
right?
wanted to
We're
be really
actually here
intentional.
and kid free and can pause for a moment. I like that.
Right? And looking at Moonstone, like how
Yes.
how perfect and lovely. I love that. What do you have next to the Moonstone? Is that Larimar?
Yes. And
Oh,
that one was good for this moon in general, just feeling the flow of everything. Yeah, super flowy energy with the Larimar.
I love Larimar. That actually. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Okay, story time. So I had fertility struggles. So talk about mothering and nurturing and all that. I had fertility struggles for 5.5 years. We tried to become parents, and I got intuitively guided to adopt a dog. And this was our fourth dog in a year. So I married a saint. But we adopted this dog and he was just a hellion. And I ended up becoming a dog trainer because I needed to work with this dog. Well, this dog ended up leading me down this path of spirituality like I could never have understood and connected me with an animal communicator named Asia Voigt. And she's world famous. She's an amazing, amazing communicator. And she invited me to go on a this is after knowing her for a while, so the story jumps ahead. But she invited me to go on a expedition with her to the Bahamas, where Larimar is a big part of it is from, and big area of it is found. And so I knew I needed to go on this trip, and I knew I was going to get answers about our fertility struggles. I had no idea how. I just felt this absolute hell yes body language, right? Like my whole body was like, yep, I'm going. Went to that
Awesome.
trip and I ended up, we were supposed to be like talking with dolphins in the wild, and the boat couldn't go out for a while because of the waves. And we ended up going to a lagoon and swimming with wild stingrays. And these creatures were ancient and knowledgeable and amazing. And I don't know if any of you have ever had encounters with stingrays, but this was profound. And our friend Asia got downloaded messages for all of us. And my message from the stingray was absolutely profound. And I was told 3 stingrays were going to be coming home with me. And I got the message 27. And that I had many lifetimes being a mother, and that in this lifetime I had a lot of karmic stuff to heal. And I was just about to turn 26. And that August, I ended up getting pregnant, turned 27, and had my son, my first son, a month later. And right after that trip, my husband found a stingray necklace from the Bahamas with Larimar in it and got it for me. And I wore that necklace religiously for probably 12 years.
That
And
is so serendipitous.
I ended up having 3 children within 4 years. And those, I think, I always feel like those 3 stingray spirits that came back with me. They're like, we're sending 3 home with you. And it was just this profound journey of learning to be in touch with spirit, learning to be intuitive. And Larimar was a huge part of my mothering journey and my healing and my digging into this Cancerian energy. And this morning we did Christmas, and my firstborn son, he's 14. You guys, he painted me a flippin' stingray painting with 5 little fishies below it for my 5 children, and I just started crying and crying and crying, like, looking at all the chaos, looking at all of the like, I was super grinchy this year and didn't wanna do anything. I was like, "I hate Christmas." And I ended up sitting on the couch just crying and, like, holding this stingray painting from the kid that, like, I was yearning for these babies, right? And now I have 5 and it's chaos and it's crazy, but it was a moment of, like, full circle, right? And now you've got the
Yeah.
Larimar right next to the moonstone, and we're talking about
Yes.
Cancer and healing, and I'm over here crying.
I love that.
Isn't that crazy?
It
Thanks for going
is.
on that story journey with me. So not what I planned on talking about.
That's awesome.
Stingrays are super amazing, Lori. Like, I have it tattooed on me just to remind myself that it actually happened. So
Right?
Larimar holds a special place in my heart with just healing and transformation. So if you don't have any, get some.
Yes, it's so flowy and just peaceful and calming.
Yeah, I love it. So when you think about Cancer energy, some people, I think, misinterpret it because it's symbolized by that crab, right? The outer layer, that hard shell, and he's got these pincers, right? And yes, Cancer can become very crabby, but typically that crabby, pinchy, bitey energy happens when we're not doing our emotional work, when we're not feeling good, right? So we need to, and we all have Cancer in our chart. We all have all 12 zodiac signs, that energy in our chart. And some of us have it more dominant because that's where the placements are of those planets, right? You have a couple planets there. So you'll have more of this energy. So the crab is symbolizing Cancer. And this is asking us to really dive deep into the sea of emotion, right? And crabs can go really far deep under the ocean because their shell protects them from the pressure, right? And we need to come back home again and find out what is our safe space? What makes us feel good? What doesn't make us feel good? So we all just had a lot of holiday stuff, or maybe we're still in it. I still have a big one tomorrow. That doesn't all make us feel real good, right? Like I was just talking to you about being grinchy. Do you got a crystal for the Grinch? Do you have any of those out? for curing your inner
Let me think
Grinch,
about it for a second.
right?
Probably some rose quartz get you into your heart more.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that sounds right. For sure. I was just getting overwhelmed this year. This is our first year with 5, and I just had my 5th baby in April, and the overwhelm of it all, and the, consumerism, and I was like, I don't want it forced down my throat, and I was just really I shut down. But what I ended up doing was I stayed home, and my husband took the kids, and he went to his family, and they had fun, and I had so much fun at home by myself, you guys. It was like,
Sometimes you need
oh,
that.
I went, oh, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to be alone, right? Ooh, I feel like amethyst would be really helpful for grinchiness too.
Yeah, definitely. That's the Swiss Army knife with the crystals there.
Right? Absolutely. So going home, right? For me, it was being home alone to really recognize what my emotional needs were, what my emotions have been trying to tell me. Why have I been grinchy? Why have I been in anti whatever, right? There's a thing underneath. There's a little kid asking to be seen. And this moon helps to pull and tease that out if you allow it. There's the disclaimer. You must allow it. And this is where crystals are a phenomenal tool to help pull things out. They have a vibration. I use essential
Yes.
oils all the time. They have a vibration. I have plants all over my studio I'm in. Like seriously, there's probably 15 to 30 plants in my vision because they all give off a vibration. And they require me to stay present and tuned in to their care and their needs. It helps to ground me.
Yes.
So, crystals help to ground me. Plants, oils, practices, right? So, speaking of practices, I'm super curious. How many of you have a journal practice of some kind? How many of you journal on the regular? Ooh, obsidian might be a good one too for the grinchiness. I like that.
I
It doesn't
used to
matter if you journal.
journal more.
It doesn't matter if you journal daily, if you journal weekly. I actually sometimes go a month, which to me is like, that's too long. I feel it. But for some people, a month might be great, right? How many of you journal? Oh, a dream book?
So I found
Nice.
if I would leave my journal out, like on my table where I would sit and have my coffee, then I would write in it every day.
Mm-hmm.
But if I put it away or tried to not leave it out, then I would forget. And
Okay.
when I had
Yeah.
really little kids to journal, I would let them do like stickers or something. And what I would do is, I'm a really visual person and I'm an artist as well. So I would sit and decorate pages ahead. So I could be doing kind of art instead of actually having to journal. And so then I could decorate, 10 or 15 pages ahead, but I was kind of having fun and doing art with the kids at the same time.
I
And
love
having the
that.
decorated pages helped me journal more too.
I am a colored pen kind of gal. You get
Oh,
me
yes.
a couple different colored pens, and when I switch subjects, I switch pen colors because when I write, I usually am writing and journaling from one mood to another. And sometimes I start off real heated, right? So I like
Oh,
to
yeah.
write that shit in red. I'm like, red, right? And then when I start feeling better, maybe I'll switch to an orange and then maybe a green, right? I love colored pens. Best invention ever.
Yes.
So journaling and having a stone with you. So these two I have found to be immensely helpful. So I just put on an oil. So I'll put one on the back of my neck. I'll rub some on my temples. And then I will purposefully and intentionally pick out an oil or a crystal after I oil. So I put on the oil, I use a crystal, and then I take a couple deep breaths and I just start writing. I don't judge. Maybe I need to describe my day. Maybe I need to pour out the emotions of this conversation I had with my mom, right? Whatever. Maybe I just need to say some things I'm thankful for. I don't have any rules. The main part of journaling for me is just feeling better after, right? Maybe I just want to write out the lyrics to a song that's rocking in my head and see them written out. I don't care, but as long as I'm feeling better after. So I've had a lot of clients tell me, I'm not good at journaling. And I'm like, that's cool. It's like yoga, it's a practice. You don't have to be good at it. Just start, just write something. So find something that works for you and utilize this full moon to start a new emotionally healing practice. Work on nurturing yourself better. Use that mothering Cancerian energy to help heal yourself in 2024. It's a really amazing thing to start looking back at your journals. I've got them all the way back to when I was 14. They're literally all up in the cabinet right there. And I'm actually utilizing them and putting them into a story right now and writing my full-length book and about my healing journey. And it's cool to look back and see the headspace I was in and be like, ooh, that is an unhealthy Laura right there. But now being able to see I'm writing more about gratitude and more about, financial health. And my writing has changed. It's amazing. And sometimes it's anger. Yep. But I love dream journals as well. Those are probably some of my favorites to do, manifestation stuff. But when you're doing any kind of healing work, there is a practice. There is a level of, like you got to push yourself sometimes. And that's where some of these crystals really make a difference. That energetic vibe makes a difference Maybe just lay with some labradorite on your heart for a little bit. I have a giant labradorite necklace. I usually have it out here too. I have actually two of them. And they're real heavy pieces. And I have them sit right on my heart space. And I wear them specifically when I'm going to like big family functions or somewhere where I really need to just stay grounded and present. But I also use them when I really want to sit and be and get into my journaling session before I go to bed or in the morning when hopefully most of the kids are sleeping. So, yeah, labradorite is probably one of my favorites for getting me into that grounded space. Stacy, will you tell us more about labradorite? I feel like I don't know much about it except that I really absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah. I love labradorite too. You probably love it because it's so good at kind of cleansing the space and helping you to tap into your creativity. It's also really good for letting you set and hold intentions. So it's going to be really good for manifesting and bringing your ideas to life.
Well, that makes sense
Super
why I
cool.
like to use it when I journal.
Yes, absolutely.
Yay me for
And that
being intuitive
flash is just
again.
so delicious.
I love that. That's so
Yes,
funny.
Tassin, it does. So this is the labradorite with that gorgeous flash, and this is the Wisconsin moonstone.
That is similar.
Yeah, that flash is just so beautiful.
Linda, you wear labradorite when you go out too? It makes me feel so much better. My husband
Yes.
actually notices. He'll say, "Did you didn't wear your necklace tonight?" Like he can tell, which is really amusing.
Right? It's so important. And wearing your crystals and things like that, it just helps. It helps you manage those bigger emotions, those bigger feelings, and can
Yep.
just help you feel good. It doesn't
Yep.
surprise me that he notices when you don't wear it. I feel the
Not
same.
right. Not even sort of.
Yeah.
So labradorite would be a great stone to use while you're utilizing this Cancerian moon energy to be nice and grounded, right? The sun is opposite the moon right now and it's in grounded Capricorn. And Capricorn's quite stable. And that's why that goat can climb on the side of the mountain because it's a stable being and it's practical about its next step and it knows where it's going to take a step and it's very, very sure when it does something. So I'm married to lots of Capricorn energy. And it's really nice to have that practical, pragmatic sunshine right now while we're dealing with the big emotional needs of this Cancer moon energy. Because I keep thinking I keep touching my heart and like pulling up. That's really where the moon rules is the emotions, right? That
Yes.
internal yin and the outer yang. So we can utilize that outer yang energy of the sun in Capricorn to be practical about implementing some emotional release. Do you cry in the shower? Do you cry in the bathtub? Do you cry while you journal? Where can you release? Where's a safe place? Is it on the phone to your bestie? Is it, in your pillow watching a sappy Hallmark movie? I don't know. Right? Everybody has their
Right?
thing. So
Yeah, it's so
feeling
important.
safe. And then the labradorite is a stone that can really help you feel safe. And then you can release, right? We don't release
Yes.
unless we're feeling safe.
Yes, exactly. Linda,
Feel
you
like
said you have
northern lights.
crystals break on you and not because of pressure. So sometimes that happens if you don't cleanse them enough, or sometimes crystals can kind of want to be with different people so they can break because they're like, well, I need a part of me needs to go to a different person. Um, a lot of the times they'll break if they're just tired. They've
Yeah,
offered you a lot of their
I'm
energy
done.
and they're ready to move on. Then crystals can break for that reason as well.
That's such an interesting concept, but it makes sense. Like, we're done.
Yes.
I'm
And
spent.
labradorite, yes, it does look like the northern lights. It's so pretty.
That is super
Oh, you
cool.
have a meditation room where you go to release? That is fantastic. Sometimes the
Yeah, you were in
holidays definitely bring out the tears, that's for
a
sure.
sobby mood. Yep, for sure. For sure. So, I would like all of us here tonight to take a moment to just be mindful of your chest, your breasts, your chest area, and the energy around the breasts and nurturing. That's what Cancer rules. And we really need to be mindful of that energy and grateful, right? Grateful for that feminine energy and thankful for your body, whatever they look like, wherever they are. If you've got them, maybe you don't anymore, maybe you had to have them removed for whatever reason, but gratitude for your journey and where you're at. And Cancer really is important because we have this dis-ease in our society called Cancer. And I find it really interesting, being a health coach and an astrologer, that the sign of Cancer in the zodiac is one of the most beautiful, nourishing, mothering, oh, like feeling, healing signs. And then we have this dis-ease, being out of ease, that we have very prevalent in our world. And it's kind of the disease that manifests when we don't take care of our emotions, right? And deal with the deep-seated stuff. And then we have the toxins that add on to it. And everybody here knows somebody with cancer we've lost due to cancer. And I feel like this energy is something we all need to really embrace, both the positive and the negative side of it, right? Both sides of the coin, because it's so prevalent in our world. It's so prevalent. So we all have to rectify what this means within us, what this means in our families, what this means in our lineage, right? There's so much 3D depth, 5D depth, 7D depth to this concept. And I think that's part of our lesson here in Earth School, is to really learn to love and to emote, and emote in a healthy way, and nourish ourselves in a healthy way. It's a job. We came here to do a job, that's for sure. So, having gratitude for our heart space and our chest and our breasts and our breast space and all of that during this Cancer full moon, I think, is super important. And I was right before I took it out, though. I actually had a little moon, I think it's a little selenite, in my bra. I like to keep one there, so that when I had in there all night, and I just took it out and was looking at it before I started. So I think that's a time to take a break now. Stacy, you got anything you want to talk about? I'm just going to fill up my water quick, and I'll be back in like 4 minutes. Does that work for you?
All right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can
Cool.
look at some moonstone. We have different colored moonstone out. So,
all right.
we have some green moonstone out. If you have any questions about the crystals here, you can feel free to ask. If you're not in our private group, Crystal Ascension, we would love to have you join us there. We really, really focus on knowledge and how to work with crystals and how they can help you in your everyday life. And we try to have a lot of fun while we do it. The private group is Crystal Ascension. If you want an invite there, please just let me know. And if you see anything out here that you want to know more about, you can ask. I'm happy to share details about anything you see. These are green moonstone. Great for connecting your heart to the moon energy. The crystal stands are also available. That one is petrified wood. It's $18.88. Oh, I love that, Linda. I think it's both. My husband's actually a Cancer, and a lot of people open up to him, and he's also an empath. So I think Cancer just kind of strengthens that empathic feelings. This is peach moonstone. Esty, I do have full moon crystal confetti out. Do you want to see? 4555 on the peach moonstone. Working with spheres is really nice as it puts energy out in all directions at the same time. Really helps you to feel connected to those around you and just reminds us of that connection that we have with everyone around us. Beautiful moonstone tower. This one is 2777. Serena, this is blue calcite. Very, very calming. This one was good for the full moon energy, just providing us that peace and comfort so that we remember to take care of ourselves and remember to calm down. 2222 on the blue calcite towers. Let's check out the confetti. So let me see. I'm going to have to unplug my phone. Hold on 1 second. Sorry if I... Ooh. Hold on. There we go. So here's the full moon crystal confetti. If you'd like a scoop, all you have to do is let me know. I make sure you get a goodie in your scoop. This one has lots of crystal moons and stars in here. There's Tata tumbles and geometric shapes. It's $19.99 for a quarter cup scoop. This is really good confetti. There's angel aura quartz in here, aura amethyst, clear quartz, rainbow moonstone. It's so fun to play in. And if you've never had a scoop with us before, I do offer a confetti punch card. So you have your card punched, and after you purchase 11 scoops, then you get your 12th scoop for free. So, yay. Etsy, I will do a scoop for you. Now that it's all mixed up, we'll even ring the gong for you. It's confetti time. All right, here we are. Oh, I see a nice piece of aquamarine in here. And I see one of our moon pendants. Big rainbow moonstone. There's amethyst and howlite, some gorgeous fluorite. Look at these aquamarine. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 aquamarine. This scoop would be so nice for gridding. You have some nice angel aura points. Look at the fluorite. Feels so good. And you have a moon pendant. We do have our moon pendants on sale tonight. They're regularly $11.11. So tonight, if you want a moon or a star pendant, they're $9.99. I was showing them a little bit earlier. Look at the double terminated. Very nice scoop for you, Esty.
Those are really cute.
Let me grab your punch card. Hi, Laura. Welcome back. We are now scooping confetti. Esty scoop. I don't know if I have to click something. I can't hear you, Laura.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Hello, hello. Okay.
All right, there's your scoop, Esty. Delphina, a scoop is $19.99. Serena, I will scoop for Artemis. Do you want her on a new punch card or just on yours? You'll have to tell me. Carol, you'd like a scoop? I will get you a scoop.
The confetti's so fun.
I know, I love it. And this one is all about supporting you with the full moon energy. So it's really nice.
Yeah, so I had a question earlier today. Someone asked, like, what should I, what do I do with a full moon? And I said, well, this is where the energy is ripe, the opportunity is ripe for you to see what is not working in your life so that you can begin to make changes. Right? That's really what this is. And you get to do it every month. And each month, it gets to be kind of in a different area right? With a different energy. So this area of life has a lot to do with how you take care of your emotions, how you emote, how you handle other people's emotions if you're empathic, right? A lot of empaths with these water signs. And how you cleanse your aura, how you cleanse your emotional self, how you cleanse your physical self, how you cleanse your heart. Are you hanging on to hatred? I said something today and I caught myself and I said, "Oh, I hate this something." And then I heard like a ping in the back of my head like, let's not hate." Right? It was just this little reminder of like, that's just hurting me. Right? I don't need to
Right?
hold that. I don't need to hold that. And I was thankful for that. I don't know who did it, but someone just kind of gave me a little like, can you reword that, please? Right? Like how I would do it for my kids.
So when I
And
was growing up, we used to, my mom will be like, you can't say that. Don't say hate. And so she was like, well, really think about what it means when you say it. Like, what do you mean when you say that? And I was like, well, it just means I don't like it. Like it's a yuck feeling or, whatever. So we just switched to saying things like, I strongly dislike that. and,
which
but
which
even in
carries
that,
a
it
different
kind of,
energy.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're not completely cut off from it then either. You're, more open.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it carries a different energy to go, I have strong feelings about this item, and it actually sounds goofy. So then you might actually bring in some laughter, which is also a release, right? But you
Yes,
say, "Oh, I,
exactly.
I hate, I hate this thing." The word itself has the ability to go down and eat it, right? That just the energetic feeling of saying it is is not the it's the go the other way, right? Go the other direction. And I caught myself. I don't even know what I was hating on. I knew I was not liking my situation, but now I see I can't even
Right?
think of what it is that I was supposedly hate. If I really hated it, don't you think I would remember what it was?
Right. Hi, Nicole.
No.
Welcome. I can't see your name on Facebook again, so I put the link for you. And she says, my husband and I are both Pisces, so the moon is always extra.
Always
Yeah.
extra. Oh, feel you. Oh, yes. I feel you. Absolutely. Stacy, I want to bring up astrology when you brought up labradorite before. You said something about you panned over and it's in the Pisces section, right?
Yes,
Okay.
labradorite.
That makes so much sense. So when you look at a birth chart, if you guys are new to astrology, when you look at a birth chart, there's lots of different planets, right? Mercury is one of the planets that is very profound for us because it really governs the way we think, the way we learn, and the way we communicate. And for me, my Mercury is in the sign of Pisces, which makes so much sense why I wear labradorite like it's a pair of underwear.
Yes,
I
it
wear that
totally does.
new necklace every day. I have several of them. Several. So that's so funny. I love it. I love when I'm not
Yeah.
looking for the astrology to make sense, but then look, there it is. That's fun. Does anyone have any questions about the moon or how it might affect them or anything like that? Post your questions in there and I'll go through them. Oh, Jennifer wants a scoop. Yay,
Yes.
more crystal
So I
confetti.
also have, let's see, Carol B. I'm going to do your scoop next. Delphina is her first time having a scoop with us. So,
Woo
yay.
woo.
And then I will do Jennifer. So we have Carol up next, Delphina and Jennifer, and hopefully some people will put some questions in the comments for you.
Well, Nicole right there just said bunch of Pisces in her house. You guys really should be like utilizing labradorite. Not should. Sorry, I should on you. That was rude. So I just got called out back here. I'd like a buzzer go off back here. Just so you guys know, if you don't know, there's like an auditorium of spirit people that like to chime in when I get into astrology, and like that's when I open my portal for them to start chatting. So it feels like I've got like the British Parliament behind me that they just randomly shout comments, and they're always coming from different spaces. So if I'm pointing behind me, that's what's going on. And this is new for me to like really kind of come out with my intuition and my spiritual stuff, right? And all the I call them the people in my head, but I used to actually think I had like schizophrenia. Like I used to think I had multiple personality things. I would keep it suppressed. But since I started full time doing astrology and really coming out the closet as an astrologer, um, things have gotten more organized and more clear, and really my intuition has gotten way stronger. And now I understand messages clearer, and it's just actually really cool. And now that I'm talking about it more, I've actually connected with more people who can do it and helped other people get the language they need to explain what's happening to them. So it's kind of the beauty of astrology, as well as being able to do that.
And it's
And
so interesting you say like about the different hand movements and things, because a lot of the times if I'm getting messages or intuitive downloads, I'll end up like rubbing the back of my neck or like playing with my hair. And you're right, it's all about kind of just going with the flow and trusting what's coming through.
oh, trust,
Yeah.
trust, 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 trust. I
Yes.
I read a lot of charts for people. It's one of my most favorite things to do. And when I'm reading charts, I love to help people intellectually understand where they can really tune into their intuition, like how it works for them, right? And it it doesn't always like come clear to me. I kind of throw out ideas and they're like, "Oh, I do this a lot." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's you tuning in." And they've never been given the language skills, right? And a lot
Hmm.
of times crystals will help us with that tuning in process. It's almost like trying to dial a phone
Yes.
number, but you're missing the area code. And then you have the area code, but you just need the crystal kind of helps you get the phone number complete, right? Gets you all of the numbers you need. So there's certain people
Yes.
that just are attracted to certain crystals. They don't know
Oh, you
why,
dropped one. So,
and they just need them.
Kim asked crystals that would be good for a new moon grid. It's actually the full moon, Kim. I know that's what you meant. So crystals that I would put in a grid if you're going to make one for the full moon would be moonstone. Larimar would be nice. Also red jasper or rhodonite. I know you have some of that. Carnelian would also be good. That would help with some motivation and stimulating your creativity. Emerald, and of course selenite usually would be on a grid, but selenite would be really nice to help you access higher guidance. So that's what I would recommend for crystals on a full moon grid in
Mm.
Cancer this full moon.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where you're at in the comments, Laura, but Heather H asked how the this moon affects Sagittarius.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Sagittarius is not a big fan of crying. Not a big fan at all of dealing with anything that remotely deals with negative, right? They're very, very optimistic and really like to go, 10 and 2, 10 and 2, right? Whereas Capricorn and Cancer have no problem living down here at, 4 and 6, right? They've no problem. They can do that. Cancer actually needs to go down there. It's important that the crab go and hide under the rock, right? They really need to retreat. They really need to feel their feels. They really need to be alone and freaking cry. Leave me alone. And then Capricorn is just a stubborn goat and wants to just go be alone so he can process and brood and plan for the next thing, whereas Cancer needs to go and feel and release. So Sagittarius would prefer to do neither of those things. They'd really like to just go play and be optimistic about the world and learn about whatever their interest is at the time, and maybe do some networking and maybe take a new class, but definitely don't want to sit and cry or sit and maybe journal for a little bit, but journal about the things we're going to manifest and not the things we need to really look at in the mirror that are hard to talk about and hard to release. So this moon cycle for Sag is not comfortable because it does kind of force that upon their otherwise quite optimistic self. Does that make sense? Heather's laughing and smiley face emoji. Agree. Yeah. It's funny because it's true. I have a few Sagittariuses in my life, and it's interesting. My dad is very Sagittarius, and he is very, very sick right now, and he gets really, really moody when he's sick. And my mom always calls him, she's like, he's such a crybaby when he gets moody or when he gets sick. And I'm like, this is actually perfect. Like, it's literally forcing him to be in that state to release whatever he needs to. And I was like, yay, Dad, you got this. he didn't he didn't like that very much, but oh well. My husband will cry at the tip of a hat, and I love that about him. I'm so glad you love that about him, that you honor that. I'm so glad you
Right?
found that. Ooh, Ivy says, if my sun is in Cancer, what is the significance of it being in the moon now? Okay, so this is phenomenal because if your sun is also in Cancer, now I know your sun's at the very end and we're at the very beginning, but still it will shine this light on really recognizing your emotional needs. Really, it's almost like someone turning on the light in the whole room because the sun is currently in Capricorn and your natal sun is in Cancer. So it's like this internal light. And so there's a lot of light being shown, I think, on your emotional demands, I would call them. Like, what does Ivy need in this next year? What changes absolutely must be implemented for my ability to thrive, to continue to thrive, not just survive, right? Those are the generations before us. Thank you. We honor them, and we are releasing and releasing and releasing the shit that doesn't serve us anymore. Sorry. I tried really hard. And we need to make sure we are really honoring what we need to thrive. And this is a new thing for us. This is a new thing our generation gets to start to ask ourselves and to embody. Look at we are in all over the world chatting on a microphone and a screen, and Stacy's showing pretty crystals, right? And I'm talking about the stars. Like, we get to embody new ways of being. This wasn't like a job description when I graduated in 2000. Stacy, was this in your job description class
Maybe.
in school? Being a crystal lady? No.
Nope.
No. Metaphysical option? No, I didn't see that at the career booth. So I've been releasing, right? Stuff from the past that isn't serving me and learning to embody myself and my full gifts, which is me showing up here tonight, right? Me showing up and talking all of the like deep, sensitive, vulnerable stuff. That's me really healing and digging in. Like, I have been over here literally vibrating, and I'm like, oh, Laura, you need to go step away. And like, I'm jittery because I need to release. And for me, I release through speech. I love a microphone, you guys. I love I love just chatting with people, with like-minded people who want to listen and look at pretty crystals. Hey, Stacy, what else we got for pretty crystals? Show us some other pretties.
All right, I will. Let me see. Let me move this confetti stuff out of the way. If anyone else would like a scoop of confetti, all you have to do ever is just let me know. Let's see. So we looked at
Jessica,
Cancer already.
The link says the page doesn't exist. Is that the link?
That for the affiliate link.
Okay.
I don't know why.
We're gonna get that for you. If you want to join, so here's I'll give my spiel again. Stacy, you tell us what crystal we're looking at, then I'll give my spiel again.
All right, we're looking at carnelian. So carnelian's good for everyone for the Cancer full moon. It's really good for boosting your vitality, giving you energy, providing you with motivation, provides a lot of courage, and Carnelian is excellent for energizing and recharging any crystal that it's near. So it's important to have that type of crystal in your collection so that it can help the energies of all of your crystals work harder for you. And it's showing up for Aries, um, really just helping you um, ignite your emotions and kind of motivate you to find a comfort zone, and can really just help you find that balance. And it should be put in one of your main living areas.
All right, you guys, I'm going to give you one guess what my sun sign is.
Needs some
As
carnelian,
Stacy
yes.
as Stacy just lovingly described me. There I am in a crystal right there.
That's funny.
Those words were so funny. Like, that's what I do. I motivate people to find a space. Find the space you need to release, whether that's in your spouse's arms, whether that's in the tub, whether that's outside roaring, right? I don't care, but just do the work. That's my job. My mom used to say, Laura, you're too much. I'm like, no, I'm just enough. You just need to move. I'm here to motivate people to move. It's what I do. It's fun.
Yes.
Like that carnelian. It sounds like if I
You are
had that
super
near me.
motivating. So
Right.
it
Well,
definitely does describe you.
right? I know those words were funny. Can I talk about Gemini and the full moon too? I can. That makes me happy. I am a Gemini moon and a Gemini rising. I understand Gemini well. So, Gemini doesn't mind dealing with the emotions as long as there is the ability to process them intellectually some way, somehow. So, this would be a great moon for you to verbally get it out, writing it out, maybe speaking it into your phone, right? Maybe talking it out to a good friend, but doing the work, but communicating it somehow. Gemini really has to communicate. And because it's the sign of the twins, typically does this really well with a buddy. So again, a partner, a friend, a sister, a spouse, a dog, maybe a Marco Polo where there's maybe someone on the other side. So I think it will be important for you to do the work and actually feel the feels and then process them intellectually. It's never fun though doing the actual feeling part. Gemini would again, on that same axis as Sagittarius, would prefer to avoid that, but they're intellectually stimulated enough to know, oh, if I just quickly feel the feels, then I can get through it. Like, it's almost like having to go through the brambles, right? Like, okay, here we go. Gemini can do that. So, did you miss Leo? No, you did not miss Leo. I'm just kind of waiting for people to throw questions in. So, yeah, Leo is an interesting identity because Leo, that's with your sun in Leo. Your sun represents the identity, how you really identify as a whole, right? Like we identify as being on planet Earth, right? We are Earthlings. That is our identity as the human race. And Leos identify with courage. And for some of you, it really takes courage to go in deep and to really be vulnerable and to really allow yourself the space and the time needed to feel all of the feeling all the way. It takes courage to do that. And it takes support. Maybe that means support of, your spouse taking the kids for an hour so you can be alone. Or maybe that's support where you get to lock the door and take a shower by yourself, right? Whatever that looks like. Or maybe it's a friend rubbing your back. But Leo needs to really have courage to go deep and actually feel these feelings so that you can release and have cleaner water, right? If Cancer doesn't feel these feelings, if you do not address what isn't serving you from the past, what your mom's lineage, what your dad's lineage, what you learned from your past, if you're not addressing it intellectually and practically, remember the sun is in practical Capricorn, and really dealing with the emotional repercussions of what isn't serving you, then it's going to get like stuck or frozen or locked in. And that's when we start to develop dis-eases. That's when we start to develop colds or flus or aches or pains or in different joints, right? It manifests physically. So we have to really be good to ourselves and utilize this energy to really allow that release that's really needed so that we can cleanse the water, and then the fishies and all the creatures of the sea can live in healthy, clean water. So it's like cleaning up the microplastics inside you emotionally, right? You got to do the work. And for Leos, it takes courage for sure. So Virgo would be the sun sign. So yeah, so Virgo's your sun sign. And so that's the outer identity. And that is the most thing that's affected by the moon. And when you identify with Virgo, you get real analytical. Real analytical. So if you do need to feel, that's fine, but you really want to analyze it. So for you, because your ruler is Mercury, it would be very helpful for you to journal. Or if you need to dictate and record yourself, but it would be really, really helpful for you to journal and do it for a while. And journal until you stop analyzing what you're writing, right? Just journal and journal and journal and just keep because for you it's almost like a system, right? And just like a computer has to start up a certain way and each program has to start a certain way, you have to have a connection. So too, that's how you identify. And so journaling and keeping getting out the system until finally like the emotions come out. That would be really good for you. And then read it back so that you can understand the system for the next cycle around. Very analytical. You like to know, you like to understand. You did not miss Taurus, but I'm going to take a drink of water. Go ahead and tell us what you're looking at,
Serena
Stacey.
also asked, she said, everything you say about Sagittarius sounds the exactly opposite of me, but I was born November 29th. Why is that?
So there is sun, right? Which is what most Western astrology really focuses on. But there is the inner world, right? There are a lot of other aspects to us. So the sun, again, represents being on planet Earth. Okay, cool. That is your identity. But where on earth do you live? Do you live in Kazakhstan? Or do you live in Wisconsin? Or do you live in, where are you? So that the other planets in your chart help us hone in on your specific you. So your sun sign could also be in the 12th house, which is an area of life which is hidden from you as well. So that could be another situation. Or you have a lot of other planets that are dominant in another sign. So you very much identify and feel like that other sign. So that happens a lot as well. So doing a reading with me, I can help you get honed in specifically on where your main placements are. And then we can really help you identify where your sun sign is and why you don't feel Sagittarian. You could have a ton of placements in Capricorn, which would make most of what I said untrue. So there's that as well. I hope that helped answer. You're triple Leo. All right, let's give her a round of applause, everybody. Leos love their applause. They love it.
Yes.
They love it. They love it. I'm not cutting you down. I'm genuinely honoring that sometimes you don't get applauded enough. And we need to honor that you like your applause. You like to be recognized. That's important. Oh, Sarah, there's our Aquarius. I was waiting for a weirdo to pop in. Nice to have you. Welcome to the weirdos. Love me some weirdos. We just rebranded our farm this year, the Aquarian Acres. And now my husband started a business, and that's part of the farm that we have. And it's called the Aquarian Bakery, and he does gluten-free bread. And when you put our charts together, we're a very Aquarian couple. And then 2 years ago, we had a baby, and she has 6 planets and an asteroid. So 7 planetary celestial bodies in the sign of Aquarius. So
that's Paula, who is the triple Leo.
I love it. I love it. Paula is a triple
Yes.
Leo. Awesome. We got some courage with her.
So, Kim, your birthday, that dictates your sun sign. So if that's where the month that you were born, then yeah, you would be a Virgo. And I think I know when your birthday is.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, Aquariuses are so unique and eclectic and intriguing, and they're not really from this planet. They're from elsewhere. At least they identify generally with that. They're very humanitarian, though. They want to work together. And you guys, we have to take note of this because Stacy probably has a crystal for us. But the planet Pluto, which is the planet of destruction and recreation, death, rebirth, renewal, right? The phoenix. That's moving into Aquarius in the new year. And it's a big move and it'll be there for 20 years. And the last time this happened, it was 248 years ago, was when our country was founded, when America, where I'm living, was founded. And there was a lot of revolution, a lot of change. I'm very curious. I'm smiling because I'm like, I'm itching for something to shift.
Right. And with Aquarius too, you're really searching for right now, like your individuality and
Yes.
innovating new ideas and
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything new, anything outside of any kind of box. There can't be any box in existence with Aquarius. So,
Right. And aquamarine is really good for that because it's going to help you enhance your communication skills.
mhm.
And it also, if you wear it, especially as jewelry, it's really great for kind of calming your super excited energies.
Mhm. I guess
This
super
is
excited
this is a
energies.
piece from Jason's collection, actually.
That's really nice.
I didn't have a lot of aquamarine to show, so he was like, "You can show mine if you want."
That's awesome.
I do have a couple of aquamarine pendants available. Serena, the palm hand is 24. Laura, I don't think I can hear you anymore.
Oh no, I was just reading my little
Okay.
line here. I was reading about Cancer and the in my tarot card I have.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I was
good.
sorry. I was
I
just
was like,
reading.
oh no.
I'm here. I'm
But the
here.
pendants, these are really nice. They are 35.55 for a nice piece of aquamarine to wear. And the ring is 1111. It has a little heart. It's the only one I have. It's the last aquamarine. The bracelet is 34. Nope, 45. I'm sorry. 45 for the bracelet. The palm hand, I answered that one. Alyssa says she is a Scorpio, and I think we still need to talk about Virgo for Kim.
Yeah, so Virgo, I think, yeah, amethyst is a great crystal. This would be a great crystal
Yes.
for you, Kim, for sure. Virgo needs to get the energy out through the writing and then analyze. That's the best course of action. Scorpios, go be alone. Go in a bathtub and
Sometimes
be
that feels
alone.
impossible.
I know. Go be alone. Shut the door, lock the door, shut the lights off, and get in the bathtub. Submerge yourself under blankets in the bedroom, right? Like,
Oh my gosh, that's like my favorite.
go in your hidey hole. Get away from everybody. Scorpio really needs time to feel. Time and darkness. Just, right? Maybe you just be in the dark and feel what you need to feel. Feel the rawness, cry into your pillow, be angry, maybe just be, maybe just be and survey over your childhood and
That is so
be,
important.
right? Just be.
For Scorpio.
That's really that's what I'm visioning right now is like you guys just under your blankets with
A bath
door
sounds
shut.
nice, Alyssa.
Did I always feel drawn to astrology? Yes. In fact, Speaking of weirdos, my mom has 2 planets in Aquarius in her first house, so she definitely has some, like, under the surface weirdo tendencies, and I had a little Aries plaque. It's just a little wooden it's actually over in my, wall over there, but it had just a couple little sentences about Aries, and it was right on my wall, and I would, wake up as a little kid going to school, and I would look at that, and I would read it, and I always identified with it, like, just always, and I would every time I go to the library, I would grab anything I could find, which was not often, but anytime I would find anything at Barnes and Noble. And then I worked at a bookstore in my late teens and I gobbled up as much astrology as I could through that. And this was just before the internet was a big, big, big thing. Like, man, I'm dating myself. But yeah, it's always been something I really needed, but not until I became a mama and that then I really fully stepped into it because I gave birth to one of the most stubborn humans that exists. And I needed to figure out how to deal with that. And so he's a triple Taurus and it's been it's been it's been fun. I love him to pieces. He has taught me humility and to slow down because I don't slow down much, but he's forced me to, and I love it. So, yeah. So then I've created the Cosmic Mama Collective. Now that I have 5 of them, and I help other people, other mamas, learn how to reparent themselves by learning about themselves and what their needs are. Finding their superpower with Jupiter and finding their wisdom with Pallas Athena, finding how they manage their stress with planet Uranus, and finding what motivates them with Mars, and then where their values are with Venus. So we dive into all of those aspects. And then my most favorite thing is to help them understand their children. And I use astrology a ton with my parenting. And to the point where my kids are like, I don't want to hear about it right now, Mama. Tell me about my moon later. And I was like, yes, yes. But I had my 12-year-old on our podcast recently, Ram and Goat Astrology, and she started like schooling us on astrology. And I was like, oh, it's getting in there. Yes. So I love
It's funny how
helping
we kind of
people,
sink in when
right? Just
when we share our
permeate,
passions enough.
permeate in. Oh, that piece is gorgeous. Mm,
Isn't that gorgeous?
wow, that is stunning.
I
That
love
is
this
really, really
shape
stunning.
as well. So appealing.
That is so
Yeah, I
nice.
really like that shape.
Lori's standing under the full moon. I love it.
I know I'm gonna have to go outside and see if I can see the moon after the live.
Right? So yeah, if you are interested in joining the collective, for anyone who wants to join tonight, you can either like message us privately or we're working on the link. As of right now, the link is not working, correct? Am I correct on
It's
that?
such a good shape, right, Lori? Yeah, if you want me to message you the link, just let me know right here and I'll write your name down.
There
And
you go.
then Laura and I will work on the link when we are done being live because for whatever reason it's not
We'll
working
get you.
tonight.
And then
So
so yeah, if you join the collective tonight or in from this video if you're watching the replay, I will do a one-on-one reading with you for free because I want to. Because I like to give you a taste of what I do and a taste of who you are and really understand yourself in a new way. And to me, that's so nourishing and nurturing and utilizing this Cancer energy. And I was reading my Astro Tarot deck about Cancer, and it says, with this action, with the Cancer energy, be the emotional leader. And I was like, oh, I love that. And I want to encourage you to be the emotional leader among your friends and your family and really teach people how to take space if they need to, right? How to use a crystal if they need to, right? Put it in your
yes,
pocket.
utilize all those tools in our
Yep.
toolbox because it's so important to help
Yeah.
us manage our emotions and recognize and acknowledge the reason we're feeling a certain way and just know that we have the tools available and if you have them, use them.
Yeah. It's so important. I wrote a chapter in a book called Dare to Express, and it was a chapter that I didn't know really was in me or needed to come out. And it was about like one of my darkest days as a parent and really understanding how much of a transformation I've really made since then. And I didn't have these tools then. Like I just no tools, zero tool coping tools at all, zero ability to take deep breaths. Didn't even know what meditation was. Right, I was a mess. And how far I've come since then, and I'm so proud of myself. But crystals, breath work, mindfulness, having the ability to monkey with my soda light on my neck, right? If I have some earrings in, I'll
Yeah.
sit and monkey with them and I'll think, "Oh, what am I wearing? Oh, I'm wearing quartz today." Oh, and like I think about the energy of it, like it's a tactile thing to help me be mindful as a parent, as an entrepreneur, as a wife, as a friend, as a human trying to be, attempting to
Yes.
be. The crystal is such a tactile thing, and then utilizing that in your parenting. And this is that mindfulness practice. And this is one of the classes I do with the Cosmic Mama Collective. Is with the membership, we meet every other Sunday. It's kind of a churchy thing. I don't do church myself, but I still love community and connection. So every other Sunday morning, we do mindful mama moments, and it's just a mindful practice. We do some breath work. We do some thinking about where we're at, a little bit of journaling, a little bit of like, what happened this week? What am I looking for next week? Kind of thing. So that's one of my favorite things, is to just keep that connection and keep that mindfulness that I gain through my connection with other mamas and other like minded people. Emotional leader. Good. I'm glad, Lori.
Right? That's such a nice wording for that.
Mhm.
Emotional leader. Let's see. Alyssa, Rose, Heather H, Lisi, Jessica, Paula, and Carol. I wrote you all down to send you the link after the live. So if anyone else wants their
Woo-hoo!
name on the list, let me know.
Yes, I can't wait to work with you all.
This is Unkite, Ivy. My word stones are $7.77. If you buy 4 or more, they're 20% off. And I have more than this available. We just picked these ones out as powerful for the full moon in Cancer.
Absolutely.
Pepper,
So,
I'll add your name to the list as well.
one of the challenges with Cancer is that crabs are real hard on the outside, remember, but soft and squishy on the inside. And you need to remember that the very defenses you think will keep you safe may actually keep important people out, or important connections. I like to think of that, keep them out. So soften your shell a little bit, right? You have a backbone and you're not protected solely by that exoskeleton, right? You need to really allow people into that vulnerable space. That's where a lot of the healing is. Right? We can say we're doing the work, but we got to get vulnerable, and that can be painful. And so it's not always a pretty process to go through this healing work. And again, where crystals are super helpful, and I use oils as well. I throw everything I got. Throw it all at me. I need it all.
So I'm not sure if this is what you're asking about. You said earrings that looked blue. These are actually tarot pendants. And they're on sale tonight for $9.99, along with all the stars and moons out here. They're all pendants. They will come with a black cord. They're $9.99 tonight. Unless it was these earrings here with the blue kyanite and the selenite. These are 22.22, and I don't think they're heavy at all.
Those are pretty.
I also have these with amethyst right here, and then also with black tourmaline, and they're 22.22 a pair.
Those are really cool.
And I do have more than one of each style. Jennifer, I added you with the link, Lori and Pepper also. Cassie, I sure will set these earrings aside for you. Thank you.
So, one of the things to be mindful about with this moon energy today, just an hour ago, and for the next couple days, is to be really mindful of the absorbability or the psychic ability or the, intuition that you may absorb other people's energy unknowingly. And so
That is a
be
good
mindful,
reminder.
right? Be real mindful. What do you have for a crystal for helping with kind of keeping energies not separate, but just having I like to call
Tourmaline.
a screen, right? Like
Tourmaline is
a
going to
screen.
be your energetic protection.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Oh,
So if you have tourmaline, then maybe pull that out and wear it. Keep a piece in your pocket.
perfect. Yep. Yep. So if you're
Pepper and
feeling kind of
Jessica, I do have a pair of earrings, the kyanite and selenite. I have one last pair if anyone else is interested.
do it. If you're feeling tossed around by other people's energies, remember that the Cancer, the crab, is really easy at going down below the current, right? If you're getting washed away, washed around, now it's the holiday season. Whether you celebrate or not, or you're involved or not, or it's hard to disassociate if you want to. It's hard to be apart if you don't want to, or with, or it's a challenging season, and you can feel really bombarded by a lot of energies, right? So remember that if you're feeling pushed around by the current, you have the ability to go down and get real grounded. Cancer crabs can go down on the ground of the ocean and they can really stay grounded. So through breath, right? Through mindfulness. And also, do you have any stones that you have with the thumb? The thumb rub? I don't know
Yeah,
what
the
it's
worry
called.
stone.
Worry stones. Thank you. Those are
You're welcome.
phenomenal. If you are easily affected by people's energy, having one of these either, in your bra or your pocket, if you're the lucky few that have pockets in your pants. Why, guys? Why? Why? I don't get it. Sorry, I'm gonna get off a pedestal in the
Lacey,
pockets
I
in the
will
pants
send you
thing.
the link. I put your name on the list. Yeah, I have
Those,
worry
yeah.
stone. I like these word stones too. They don't have the groove, but they're nice
You can
because then
still
they
do
have
that
that little
rub.
bit of motivation with
Yep.
them. But
Yep.
those are
But
the
you
worry
could rub your
stones.
finger over the letters too. I like that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you're really easily affected by other people's energy, this and then utilizing like a lavender oil or even a citrus oil to really help manage, take your breath, right? Use your rubbing, any kind of technique to just slow your breath and get down below the energy and release that, right? Let the chaos happen up above you. You get to go down. I love that. Such fun
Um,
crystals.
I don't think that I have a black tourmaline worry stone. I have shungite, but they're not worries. I do have an obsidian. I have one last obsidian worry. They're $8.08 for the worry stones.
Nice.
I have shungite, but it's not a worry stone. It's smooth on both sides, and the shungite are 1111.
Which is your birthday.
I do have smaller pieces of black tourmaline. And the black tourmaline this time is going to be really nice for Capricorn energy in support of this full moon.
Nice.
And these are going to run $777 for the tourmaline pieces. You got it, Pepper. I'll set aside the obsidian for you. Thank you. The gray moon in the tray. Is it this guy? This is a dragon's blood full moon.
That's super cool.
Right? I love the full moon crystals. I have a couple in my personal collection. $35.55 is the regular price. Everything in the discount tray is 15% off. This is another dragon blood. This one's more dark green in color.
That is fun.
And let's see. The agate star is this beauty here with the druzy. So agate's going to be that crystal that gets really deep and very thorough in its healing. It kind of works a little bit slowly, but really wants to get to the root cause of the issues that it's helping you with. 2222, Jessica. You got it. Thank you.
So Capricorn, I didn't talk about Capricorn, did I? No, I talked about Sagittarius.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, Capricorn, this is actually a phenomenal full moon for you, mainly because you're so supported by the sun being in Capricorn. So we've got that energy of the sun shifting into Capricorn, and now in the northern hemisphere the days are starting to shift again and get a little bit longer, and that really highlights your perseverance energy, right? So if you need to really release and take a look at the past, that's not hard for you to do. You're really actually quite good at looking at the past, maybe a little too much, but really looking at the past and being very practical, very pragmatic about what isn't serving you anymore and going, okay, thank you, Dad. I appreciate it. Love you. I'm going to take this part and move on, right? And feel your feels as much as you need to. Surrender to that. Don't judge them. And then move on and go. The thing about Capricorn is learning to be mature about the fact that you do need to cry, right? But don't judge it. You do need to be angry, but don't judge it. You do need to maybe even hit something, or right, or heaven forbid stir the pot and make somebody angry, right? Capricorns don't like that energy, but sometimes some things need to be said, and it is important to deal with that in a practical way. So maybe you write out what you're going to say, maybe you journal out something, right? Be practical about it, but still deal with it. Feel your feelings and know that you just got to push through to get free on the other side, and that seems to be a good practical approach. So I love me some Capricorns.
And for Capricorn, it's going to be tourmaline. Oops,
Perfect.
The tourmaline energy for this full moon, and that's going to just help us feel more safe in our feelings and safe to cry and to release for sure. And kind of it's offering you the safety so that you can have those emotional revelations that you need for your healing, so that you can just feel safe. Recommended definitely to carry it with you or have in your main living area, because I think it's going to help with this moon. It's going to help give you revelations, especially in your intimate partnerships.
Yeah, safety is a big deal for Capricorn for sure. It's Capricorn I like to think of as like the engineer of the zodiac, right? Like they are the ones who look at the structure and make sure there's no cracks and no faults in the bridge, which we need. Thank you. Thank you for people who can do that, right? I'd like to drive on safe bridges. So safety is a big deal, and they really want to make sure that they are feeling safe so that they can then feel vulnerable enough to release. Mm-hmm.
Ivy, I'm going to set this aside for you. Thank you. And yeah, you're definitely welcome to ask about anything else or let me know, and we can chat privately if you'd like about some other pieces, or you can ask right now and I can show you anything you'd like to see.
So immediately after the full moon, there is what's called the waning moon, or the waning gibbous moon, right? And this is a time that ideally is where we really would like to finish things, right? So whatever we started here tonight, whatever I stirred up, whatever brought you here tonight is the thing, whatever I've triggered when I'm talking to you or whatever stone you are called to, right? Look into that deeper. And I'm the one who like lights the fire, right? I got like fire cannon and I get you started so that you can then take action. So then after the full moon, we use that waning moon to finish up what came to the surface, right? So where can you pull back and surrender a little bit more? Where can you kind of lean in and allow a little bit more flow to happen, right? How can you finish and surrender? What does that look like? How do you really finish this up? It's almost like watching my toddler cry, right? Like she's crying and she's crying real, real hard. And then you can hear it like start to kind of, I call it the wind down. Up, she's winding down, right? Like she's starting to wrap it up, really. But sometimes as adults, we tend to like do a little bit and then slice it off because it's too painful or we don't want to revisit that, right? A lot of us have been trained to do that. So, fully allowing in the next few days, allow this to really keep coming out. That's a really important time. So, I don't know what crystal would be good for that.
Sodalite might be kind of allow, get out of your own way, but kind of still stand in your boundaries. I don't know. Another one that came to mind is carnelian or even rose quartz to feel into your heart energy.
Yeah.
Heather, let me know if you want to see something up close over here. And Ivy, I grabbed the word stone so we can look at a few of them.
So I think we'll probably summarize here and maybe wrap it up in a couple minutes here around 8. If you guys are interested in joining the Cosmic Mama Collective and, from this tonight live or the recording, let us know and we'll get you the correct link when we figure out the technical difficulties because we're in a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. In the sign of you need to do your work, ladies, and figure it out. Well, all right. We'll get there. So we'll figure out our link and we'll get you that. But if you'd like to join the collective from this viewing tonight, then I'm going to give you a free reading with me. So I'm so excited to do that and meet all of you. So just comment and let us know. Oh yeah, we didn't show us the crystals for Taurus when you're done with the words too.
Yeah, let me lay out one more. And then the crystal for Taurus and for Libra tonight is rose quartz.
Yeah, nice.
Move these out of the way.
Taurus and Libra are both ruled by the planet Venus.
Yeah, so we have some rose quartz out for Taurus and Libra. Let me see. For Taurus, since this full moon is really going to be impacting your relationships, and it's just asking you to open yourself up to allow for those deeper connections as a Taurus. And rose quartz is going to be one that helps you feel into your heart so that you can open up for those deeper connections. Rose quartz is the universal love stone. So it allows you to feel and give and receive love on all levels, relationship love, your higher self love, your children's love, family and friends, just all about unconditional universal love.
And also making sure that you recognize your receiving, right? Taurus and Libra both are about receiving, not just overgiving. And I know a lot of us tend to be overgivers, right? And not taking time to actually receive thanks, receive time to ourselves, receive money. So Venus also rules relationships and abundance and finances. So making sure you're healing whatever needs to be healed around that, right? Around making sure you know you're valued and you know your value and taking in thanks and taking in actual money, right? And knowing you're worth it. That's all about, and celebrating. Ooh, yeah. That's all about that. that
Yes.
healing we need to do there. So when you're dealing with this Cancer full moon, it's a phenomenal time, you guys, especially with Mercury in Capricorn as well, going retrograde, which means going backwards and reviewing and revisiting things. This is a phenomenal time for that Sun in Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn, and that full moon shining, the sun shining on the moon in Cancer, to take time to reset your life for the next year. It's just around the corner. What is not working for you? Do you need to get up a little earlier so you can take 15 minutes to meditate or pray or journal or drink a damn cup of coffee by yourself? Like, what do you need to
Right?
do? What needs to change in your life? This is the time when you really can use this powerful moon to manifest these new practical things to implement. So write down a list of real practical steps you can take. Wake up 50, if you know you need 20 minutes in bed before you will actually get up, then wake yourself up 20 minutes earlier so that you get up and you can give yourself that time. You'll thank yourself. You really will. Just sucks getting out of bed, I know.
Right?
But what do
No,
you
it is
need? Do you need a
important.
bath? Do you need a bath once a week, right? Schedule that in and make sure you're taking care of your needs so that you can take better care of, right? Using that Cancer mother nurturing energy, take better care of the people in your life, your loved ones, your coworkers, your parents, your children, your animals. So that
Yes.
is the best way to do that. And Stacy has shown so many beautiful crystals tonight.
I'm going to do a scan too in just a second. That way, if anybody else would like to see something, they can let me know. Lori, I did set aside the pray, goals, and imagination word stones for you. They are $7.77 each, or if you buy 4 or more, they're 20% off. So we'll do a little bit of a scan for anyone who would like to see something. You can let me know. There's Emerald out and Larimar. We have Moonstone and Carnelian. Then we have Green Moonstone, Peach Moonstone.
Oh, the peach one's cool.
Right? So pretty.
Ooh, that's neat.
Mm-hmm. I do have rose quartz in the moon necklace. It would be this one. So it would be $9.99, and it does come with a black cord. We have calcite out, different moonstone rings. We have blue lace agate supporting Gemini for this full moon. We have Leo with some citrine support. Amethyst for Virgo. And if you're needing your crystals super fast so that you have them in this full moon energy, you can let me know. Scorpio right here for obsidian, sodalite for Sagittarius, Pisces with labradorite down here, aquamarine for Aquarius, black tourmaline for Capricorn. We have rhodonite out. This one is a good crystal for the Cancer full moon because it's really balancing for your emotions and helps you to heal and nurture any deep emotional wounds and helps you to forgive and let go, kind of move on or reconcile. And then we have rose quartz for Taurus and Libra. We have some selenite out. We have essential oils with crystals and different cleansing sprays back there, and our discount tray. And the full moon crystal confetti. So if you want to see something else, you can let me know.
Lori, I love your question. What word do I think a Cancer sun could use for 2024?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question. And the word that came, like I resonated, I was thinking, and then tranquil. What makes you feel tranquil? I think of Cancer energy like a day at the beach, right? What draws people to the beach when it's tranquil, right? It's nice. It's like we don't want, the stormy weather or hurricanes, right? So keeping yourself always headed towards tranquility. That would be the right. Yeah, that feels good. I hope that helps. Tranquility, tranquility. Yeah. Road night football. I love that.
There it is, the road night football. Jessica. That's so funny. So this has some really, really beautiful flash to it. The flash is really hard to see on the video, but the whole surface kind of flashes. It's really beautiful. This is $149.99, Jessica, and it will sit upright like this in a heart stand. So if you wanted it to sit upright, but it's beautiful.
Love football.
The rhodonite football. Don't play catch with it though. Good way to break your nose.
We are not responsible for any broken parts of your house or your body.
Nope. Let's see. Down here, there's two rhodonite spheres, Heather. I'll go over the rhodonite towers too, Alyssa. So this is the first one, 133. This one is such a good crystal for letting you feel into your heart and help you balance the emotions that you hold there. So kind of offering you what energy you need in your heart space.
My husband was having such a hard time releasing. Like he had some stuff really stuck, and we got some, and he kept it in. I think he just kept it on him for, in his pocket for, I want to say like maybe 24, 48 hours tops. It wasn't very long. And he had a huge release. And I was like, what you been doing? He's like, oh, this damn crystal. Well, I'm glad it worked for you. I had no idea he'd been carrying it around, so I was impressed.
These are both 42. Yeah, it's amazing how that happens. And sometimes we will add a crystal and forget about it or something, and we're like, I don't know what changed, but it changed.
Yeah, for real.
And then there's also the big guy over here.
Whoa.
For $275. Pepper, you'd like some moon confetti? We can do that for you.
Moonfetti.
Lori, let me see if I have a tranquil.
Did we talk about all of the signs? Does anyone have any other questions about signs or anything?
I think we did.
I don't remember.
Did you talk about Libra?
I don't think I did. No, because Libra and Aries are actually going to be tremendously affected by this full moon because of their placements. So they're all cardinal signs, which means Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn are all the start of a new season. So they're all the launcher or the leader of that season. And this will affect Aries and Libra, both equal, like same coin, different sides, right? When it comes to really taking action to really deal with hurts that we have caused another or that have hurt us. So there's that self, right? Aries is very self-oriented and Libra is very we-oriented. And this Cancer full moon is affecting you in a tension-filled way. There's a lot of tension there. So typically what we have to do is take a look in the mirror and really evaluate who are we fighting with if it's Libra, who's the we that we're fighting against, what do we need to learn from them? And then with Aries, what am I angry about, right? Where's the anger coming from? What am I angry about? And so for me, with my grinchiness with Christmas, right, I got angry. Why? Well, I needed to be alone. I'm an Aries. I have not been alone. I have too many kids, Stacy. Do you know what that's like?
Every day.
And that aloneness was making me grumpy to not have it, right? So those tensions between the Aries and Cancer and Libra and Cancer energies are going to create this like, ugh, and the Libra will try to place blame on another person, whereas Aries is just going to like kind of have this internal battle. And the Cancer full moon is going to create this irritation for you to recognize what you need to take care of yourself, what you need to release that isn't serving you. And for me, it's I got to be alone more. As soon as he left with the kids, I was like, okay, we have to schedule this. This has to happen. I need to be in my space without other people.
Yes.
So those two are really going to be affected by that.
Lori, so for tranquil word stones, these are the only two that I have. Relax is going to be opalite, and clear quartz is peace. So if one of those is speaking to you, let me know.
Jessica, you're funny. I love helping people deal with generational trauma. I actually have run a course every year called Healing Generational Trauma.
Right?
Not even joking.
We,
It's kind of a
we
thing.
actually talk about that a lot here because crystal skulls can help get in there really deep and help you bring up those fears and emotions and things that have been deeply unconsciously passed on through the generational line. Crystal skulls are super, super powerful for generational healing.
Yeah, for sure. Sagittarius, yeah, we were talking about them a little earlier. They don't want to feel sad. They don't want to deal with the anger or the sadness, and they'd prefer to keep blinders on. So the biggest thing with Sag is having to really just face the feelings and deal with the icky feels, right? That they don't want to feel and would rather enjoy the optimism or to move on, right? Instead of looking back and dealing with the past, they prefer to just kind of keep trotting forward. So actually doing the work and doing the dealing with Sagittarius for sure is struggles with that. Sister and I have been working for years on mending a relationship. She said a quote she read reminded her of me. It ran in the family until it ran into me. Sending you love with that quote. Yes. It ran in the
Yeah, that's a
family
great
until it
quote.
ran into me.
That's
Yes.
right. I feel the same.
I love that quote. That's phenomenal. Yeah. That I feel like that's how I am. And for me, with my moon sign in my chart is in Gemini. So I have a very profound ability to be able to intellectually explain and identify and give words to emotional stuff. And my moon happens to be in the area of life of generational healing and ancestral traumas and past life stuff and psychic abilities. So my intuition is very strong on what people's emotional needs are. And I would say 99.9% of people have to deal with traumas from the past. That's what we come to Earth to deal with. So,
Right?
and then I give the words to the intellectual brain so that that can do the thing it's actually supposed to do. Because when we come to Earth school, we forget our mission, which is so ridiculous. But here we are, using
And
crystals and
make
astrology to
sure when you're
figure it out.
dealing with that kind of stuff, like you can definitely reach out to Laura and
Yeah.
book a private reading with her, and she can help you dive in really deep with your date of birth and where you were born. That's the information she needs, and she can give you a deeper reading and look
Yeah.
into, why you're feeling the way you are, and maybe even why you are dealing with those generational things as well.
Yeah. Literally my favorite thing to do.
And let me see. I'll try and post on here Laura's link too, so that that pops up.
Yeah, you got that one? Cool.
Yep, I do.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I know that's a weird thing to love, but that's where my moon is, so it's my astrology. I don't know what to tell you. And it's something I really came to love uh really as I really kind of came out of the closet as an astrologer. I've always enjoyed the generational kind of stuff, right? I worked at many nursing homes and helping people transition over with hospice. My maternal grandmother passed away at 92, just before her 92nd birthday last year. And it's been a lot of healing since then, and I feel like I've gained a lot of support from her in spirit to do this. I feel like I kind of got like a boost under me once she passed, and it's been almost like a pat on the back, like a nudge forward, like keep going. This it's okay. You can do this, right? Just to help others really kind of pull on that string. That's my job, right? Pull on the string a little bit to help them figure it out and release. So, and I used birth charts to do that, which is so really super cool.
Yes, it
I love it.
is.
I love it. Such a weird thing. Look at us doing
It's
crystals
awesome
and
though, and you're really good
astrology.
at it. Yeah.
Oh, Pepper's sending you love. Her mom's in
Yeah, that's
hospice
such a
now.
hard job, but so
Yep.
noble as well. It's something that you won't regret, like
No.
just helping to
It,
take care of someone near the end of life.
yeah, it's amazing. I very, very much value and honor that position. I've actually been a midwife for babies and dying, which I find so interesting, being a Gemini moon with my moon in the 12th house. Like, you guys, that's exactly the definition of that. Like, I love the transition between the worlds. Like, that's so interesting.
I'm going to do
So
your
fun.
scoop for you, Pepper. I didn't forget, thankfully. Some big amethyst in there. Some
Oh,
magical
Jessica, sending you
titanium
so much
quartz.
support.
Yes, you got a nice little rose quartz tower in your scoop. Blue gold stone, lots of magic, some tourmaline. It's inviting in your different synchronicities and omens that you can look for. I like that scoop for you, Pepper. Opaline and moonstone. Is opalite, did you mean opalite, Ivy? You are welcome, Pepper, and I gave you your first punch on your card. So opalite's going to be man-made. It's kind of easy to see the difference, especially, let me grab a piece of opalite really quick. Between opalite and moonstone, so opalite's going to be translucent. It can come in different colors. This is more of the clear opalite. It can come in blue or pink. And moonstone's going to be more kind of solid as well. So you're not seeing through it. Opalite is also, you can tell the difference between opalite and real opal as well, because opalite doesn't have all of the kind of sparkles that opal does. But here's like a piece of moonstone with the opalite. And it's just not, the opalite doesn't have a flash to it at all. Sometimes it's easier to tell in person as well. Opalite is nice though. Even though it's man-made, it's really all about connection, fostering business success, especially, but really just kind of helping you connect with those that you work with and those that are around you. Yeah, the flash is definitely the moonstone, but there's other crystals that flash too, like labradorite or what's another super flashy one? Rhodonite sometimes flashes, Amazonite sometimes does as well. I know we showed some Larimar earlier. These ones are a little bit lower priced. These are Larimar Organite. So you get the organite, which is crystals and metal under the pressure of resin, and it puts off negative ions. So it's really good at balancing your mood and helping you sleep, and just help you feel good. My organite pendants that look like this are $15.55, and I have them in all different stones. I have moonstone out too. And they do come with a black cord, so they're ready to wear. And this is moonstone. Now, if I wouldn't know this was moonstone, I would maybe consider it being a light labradorite, but it's definitely different when you see it in person that this is moonstone.
Yeah, that
It just
one
has the
is really
gorgeous
close to
flash.
labradorite.
Yeah. I've seen some really lighter gray labradorite though. But yeah, this is totally different. I'll do a little scan of the top shelf before we end. We didn't even look up here. We have our angels. And we were talking about ancestral healing. We have our skulls that we leave up all the time because they are such intense ancestral healers. If you'd like to see anything else tonight or you have any other questions, feel free to let us know.
Well, and speaking of feeling free, one last piece of advice, I would recommend feeling free and dancing. So either tonight or tomorrow. Cancer is an amazing water energy with movement, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which rules the bones and the structure of your body, the physicality, right? So we combine that and this fluid with the structure, and movement and dance are really important. So if you're struggling to feel anything at all, then I really advise just turn on some music. I don't care what, turn on some Latin or some, anything you got, some reggae, and get yourself moving and get your body moving and flow with the movement. Even you could do some, techno. I love me some Black Eyed Peas. I'm always jamming to that.
I like that idea. I need to have a
you.
dance party with the kids soon.
Yeah, whatever works for you to get your body moving, that tends to stimulate an emotional release sometimes too. Whether even if it's laughing's an emotion. Like, don't think you have to cry, right? That's not always necessary. But dancing is super, super healing. And I think we underestimate its power.
So Jessica, the cat is a ring holder. He's $15.55. And Ivy, I do have a few different dragons. Jason met the carver of this dragon when he was in Tucson earlier this year. That one's pretty cool. This one's been my latest favorite, but I already have a chevron in my collection, so. I do have smaller dragons as well. These are the larger ones that are out here. He is 22. He is not a crystal. He is bismuth, which is metal, but it has really great properties about helping you keep stepping forward in the direction that you want to go. And it just helps make sure that you know you're on the right path. It's bismuth. He's 22. Did you want to say hi to everyone? Oh. No. Oh, okay.
No.
I have some smaller ones. I have the green aventurine. He's 18. And I do have a smaller moonstone dragon for 22. Oh, Jessica said hi. Oh. You see, she said it right there. I do also have some other moonstone figures. They all run right around 22. I have some goddess bodies. And these are all 22 each. They're beautiful moonstone. We have elephants. Nice flash on the elephant. I have kitties and I do have a dragon. Oh, you like kitties, huh? Yeah. Do you want to hold one of the kitties? Yeah. Okay. I'll let you hold one. She likes kitties, guys. Let me get it out for you. There you go. What sound does a kitty make? Yeah. And this is Moonstone Dragon. These are also 22. You found a large selenite dragon. He's one of my bigger ones, Pepper, the selenite one that I have. Dragons are such courageous energy. Help you to feel strong. So those are what I have for dragons. If anyone has any other questions or wants to see something else, just let us know. You wanted to show? This is OO's cat that she's holding. There you go. Thanks, OO. Will you go show Daddy? Okay, thank you. She broke in here.
They're so good at that, aren't they?
Yes. Also, let me show you. We were talking about the difference between moonstone and opalite. This is real opal. And I don't know if you can see, but it has kind of like a little bit of, like, it almost looks like glitter inside where it's flashy. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see on something so small. You can kind of see like green and blue, and it looks kind of glittery in there. That's going to be real opal, where this is all kind of the same color. So it looks similar, but is not the same. Oh, thank you for saying hi to OO. She is super precious. She had so much fun on Christmas yesterday. We all did. It was nice to just relax and hang out. Oh, well, I hope all of you have a great short week. I hope it goes by so fast for all of you. And I really appreciate you, Laura, hopping on and talking about all the energy and having fun with us. And I hope we do it again soon.
Absolutely. I certainly enjoy it. And if anyone wants to do a reading or take advantage of getting a free reading with me by joining the collective, I do have a working link, so we'll get you that link. So just let us know, and you can shoot us a message after. But we'll get you set up. So I can't wait to work with you all and get to meet you and do some readings for you. So thank you so much, and enjoy your full moon energy.
Rose, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Ivy, I can feel into it for you. You said not moonstone, maybe the metal one. Let me I'll feel into them for you for just a second, and I can recommend. Out of those two, Lori, it was, or I'm sorry, Ivy, it was definitely the metal, the bismuth. Yes, thank you. Have a great week.
Take care, everyone.
I'll set it aside for you, Ivy. Thank you. Happy full moon. We will see you next time.